Hey guys, welcome back. It's me again, Pam. Okay, and today I decided to come back on film today in front of the camera today and share with you guys on how I clean up my brows. I mentioned earlier in one of my previous videos I put out today that I was going to do an brow tutorial today, and it's high time because they need to be cleaned up a little bit, as you can tell. They're not bad, but if I got closer, you could see, in certain areas, sparse hair that's going back in. So I need to clean that up. So before we get off into the video, of course, let me go ahead and say welcome those that are new and those that are reoccurring. I appreciate you guys stopping by as well. Okay, this video is going to be pretty simple, pretty short, and straight to the point. I don't do a lot to my brows, and it's very little things that I use to keep them cleaned up. Okay, so as we all know, there's many choices out here that you can use to your own preference on how you keep your brows done. Whether you go to get them waxed, threaded, shaped with a razor, that however you do it, tweezed, it's totally up to you. It's to your own preference. Okay, so I'm just going to share a few items that I use and the bare essentials really because I only use just simply three items. Okay, so the first one being, of course, is some alcohol. Okay, got to have that. Okay, and then I buy my brow razors, as you can see here, the Twinkle Star brow razors. Then they come in a pack of three. So I usually, when I buy these, I usually buy them, a couple of packs at a time because they're very inexpensive and they're easy to use because that way I can control, on what I do pretty good and keeping my own brow shaped. And the very last item that I use, a product that I use, is just, some petroleum jelly, some Vaseline, anything that's going to be easier for an easier glide. Okay, now for me, I have to say I'm not the one to deal with the plucking or tweezing, if you will. The wax. I've had the wax before many times and the tweezing as well. But, I myself, I'm not, one that has a very high pain tolerance. So I can't stand that plucking the hair out of follicles like that. So it's easy for me just to keep my brows done the way I'm going to do them here. I'm going to show you guys here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get into these brows. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in a little closer. Okay, so you guys can have a pretty good look on what I do for my brows. So the first thing I do is I'm gonna go ahead and go over my brows with some alcohol and just a couple of a couple of swipes over the brows just to make sure they are, disinfected, if you will. Okay, now after we've gotten that out of the way, I wanted to show you guys with my brows. My brows are fairly sparse on the tail ends of my brows, as you can see here, and that's generally where I do most of my fill-ins at when I do my makeup looks and do my brows. So because my eyebrows are already sparse on the tail end, I take away very, very little. Now, I generally keep my brow shape just the way you see it. I just, actually defined it just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to take my brow razor. And what I'm going to do is I take very little Vaseline. I don't know if you guys could see that or not on the tip right there. Okay, so I'm going to distribute this throughout my brow. Okay, and the reason why I add the Vaseline petroleum jelly to my brow, like I said, I don't have a high tolerance for pain, so it makes the blade, the sharp edge of the brow blade to glide more smoothly by taking away any hair uh, pieces that I don't want on my brows. So now, what I do is I pull, stretch the brow more a little taut, and I'm just going to clean up under the brow. Now, when I clean up under my brow, I take very little from the beginning of my brow and very little on the tail end. Like I said, I don't take away a lot. I just want to just make it more sharp, more clean, more defined. Okay. And I do this real lightly, real slow. The bottom, as you can see, the bottom part of my brow, see how nice and defined and cleaned up that looks. So I'm going to do the same thing, but I go with it at a downward motion on the top of the brow. And again, I don't take much brow hair away. I just want to define it, just clean it up where it's much more sharp. So I lift the brow upward and I come down with the brow blade, just, just a touch. And then I angle it a little bit where my arch is. Now I take the handy paper towel that I had with the alcohol, add more alcohol to it, and I'm just going to clean this brow, just as you see me do here. Okay, now that you've seen me do this brow, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the other brow as well. Now that both brows are done, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this brow, or sanitize, I should say, this brow as well with some alcohol. Now that I showed you guys how to keep my brows shaped and defined, I'm gonna go ahead and do a brow look, finish a brow look, and I'll be back to join you guys when I finish up the brow. Okay, guys, I'm back, and as you can see, my brows, they are done, and they are looking well defined, as you can see. And I don't have on any makeup or anything like that. I just, showed you guys the simple look on what I do to achieve my brows. It take very little effort, very little time, and just those three little steps that works for me, of course. And that's simply how I keep my brows done. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below and tell me whether or not you tried it and whether or not it works for you as well. Um, I like it, and like I said, it's very few steps, quick and easy, and you just can't get any better than that. So, again, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Um, don't hesitate to leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And so I look forward to reading what you guys have to say. So, and who don't like a easy brow look, one that don't take a lot of time to achieve. Okay, so once again, appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to go by over on my Instagram page at Miss58 um, and give me a shout and let me know that you stopped by. And because I would love to hear from you guys. And so, with that being said, you guys continue to stay safe out there, stay humble, you know what I mean, and stay blessed. And with that being said, you guys have a good one. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.